questions and answers are the basis of the Vedic tradition, unlike the other religions, which are usually faith-based,
Yeah.
or some say fear-based, but faith-based. But in the Vedic tradition, you can see where the Upanishads, the Itihasas, the Puranas, they're all based on questions and answers. So basically, any question is legitimate. You can ask any question you want, and anybody who's experienced will be able to give you the answers. And this is the difference. And this is why the youth should also have more regard, a higher regard for their own culture. Because this is a true story, but I remember I heard where one rather well-to-do girl in Delhi was saving her money so she could find the best yoga teacher possible in California. So it's like, wait a minute, you're in India. You think yoga it was originated in California? No, not quite. They're still dependent on India, where India is the originator of yoga. So in other words, she could have saved her money and could have looked in her own backyard, so to speak, and found some of the best yoga teachers that the world has to offer right there in her own homeland. So this is one of the things where Indians should have a higher regard for their own culture, because we're all looking towards India. Maybe I was an Indian in my past life, but the thing of it is, here in America, I found what I was looking for by looking towards India. And then, of course, traveling there and seeing so many of the holy sites. And it's like, so in other words, you don't really have to go anywhere. Indians shouldn't have to feel that whatever's from the West is the best, which is another common saying, because it's not. I think India, when people look at their own tradition and see what it has to offer, which is why I wrote the book, Advancements of Ancient India's Vedic Tradition. And you can find all my books on my website, which is www.stephen-knapp.com. And Advancements of Vedic Culture shows all the different ways, whether it was not just yoga, but also Ayurveda, surgery, methods of surgery, even textiles, metallurgy, the shipping industry, all these things, what to speak of Vastu and Jyotish and Ayurveda, all these things were well advanced, much more advanced in India than it was in the surrounding countries. Sanskrit, for example, is highly sophisticated language, practically the first sophisticated language to appear in this world. And let's not forget the mathematical premises that and principles that the Vedic tradition came up with are highly advanced, were highly more advanced than anything else that could be found in the area or on the planet, for that matter, at the time. And many of the inventions that we have today, whether it's computer language, things like that, are only available and were developed because of the original advancements that were found in the Vedic tradition itself. So, and also the cosmography that we're still trying to figure out of the structure of the universe. There was a very clear understanding in many ways of what that cosmography consisted of, as described in the Puranic literature of India. So, I could go on, but the point of it is, there's much to be admired and respected from what we have had and what we've found in Vedic culture, because Vedic culture itself is the process by which gives you the means to reach your highest potential possible. And it has always been that way for humanity itself, how you can reach your highest potential, not just materially, physically, healthily, mentally, emotionally, but ultimately spiritually. And so it's a whole process which can be directed on through the Vedic system in so many different levels that we can apply to our lives today. Even there's different literatures on farming, how to get the best out of your agriculture, just simple things like that you can find and systems that still work today. Let's face it, you know, it's not antiquated, it's not so antiquated, but all this stuff is still relevant today if you look at it and learn how to apply it in your lives today. Simple as that.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.